Yeah, hi Faiq, how's it going, bro? You're right.
I'm good, man. Long time. How you been?
Yeah, I've been alright as well, man. How was the visit to Pakistan actually?
Oh, it was actually great. I enjoyed it.
Right.
But yeah,
Yeah,
now back to it.
back to training as well.
Yep, yep,
That's cool, man. Looking forward to train with you. Okay,
yep.
so we're gonna be talking about UFC tonight, and UFC 309 is coming on 17th of November. So today's 5th in 12 days.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be on Saturday. I mean, the card is, to be honest, I've look at the card. The card is pretty shit. There's only like three good fights on the card. So obviously Jones versus Stipe, that's the main card on the fight, main fight on the card.
Yeah.
Then the second one is Michael Chandler is fighting Charles Oliveira, which is I'm actually this is very competitive. Like this is a good matchup, and
Yeah.
then
Chandler versus Charles is competitive. Yeah, that's good.
it is very competitive. Actually, Charles Oliveira is like minus 250 favorite, and Chandler is like the underdog in this fight. And
Okay.
Jones is a big favorite as well. And the third good fight, I will say, Paul Craig is fighting Bo Nickel. So there's a lot of like eyes on that fight, and
Okay.
Bo Nickel is a massive favorite. It's like minus 1,000 favorite, which is
Oh, wow.
crazy. Because you know
That's
what?
insane.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about any other fight because all of the other fights are shit. But let's just talk about those three. But Bo Nickel, do you
Okay.
agree? Like he should be like 1,000 favorite? Like
I don't think so. I think the other guys are very a high jiu-jitsu artist. I don't know him much, but from what I've heard, he's a high-level jiu-jitsu artist. A lot of people are underestimating him, but then again, Bo Nicholas has been on a hype anyways. Dana White has been hyping him up, and yeah, they're just making sure that he gets the right hype, he gets the right wins, and yeah, he gets a perfect matchup with Hamza Chimaev or something else. I think
yeah,
that's what's going on with him.
I think they want to set it up because obviously Bo Nickel is one of the best US wrestlers of all time. Like he
Yeah,
could have been an Olympic champion as well. Like I don't know how many times, two times, three times US champion. And then you have Hamza
yeah,
Smile, the Swedish champion, and he's got like a Samba background. So obviously they want to do like a big sort of
big
event. They want to put it
Russia
on.
versus America type stuff. Yeah,
Russia versus America type of stuff. Like they would probably promote it as like Russian wrestling versus American wrestling.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't. I think Bonical should not be that much of a favorite because I think stylistically, I believe this is like it's not an easy matchup. Like I know boys are much like I've seen Paul Craig strike, bro. He's
yeah.
just horrendous. He's just a bad like he just pulls guard against everyone. So
Uh,
is he going to be able to strike with Bonical? If he's standing up on the feet, I think if he's staying too long, he's getting knocked out because we've seen Bo actually dropping people in the fights in a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
fights,
He
especially
does
in
have that
February.
power.
He's
Yeah,
he's a younger guy as well. He's faster. He's a better athlete. So I don't think Paul Craig is going to try to stand up. But I think if he doesn't stand up, let's say, and Bo,
hmm,
what is Bo actually going to like? Bo takes him down, and it's not going to be easy. I would say I've seen Bo Nickel actually grappling with Gordon Ryan. I think he's pretty decent
yeah,
grappler as well. Like not just wrestling,
yeah,
like jiu-jitsu, like pretty decent.
yeah. He's pretty good grappler. Yeah, to be
He's
honest.
a pretty good grappler, but I don't think he's gonna be able to like submit Paul Craig unless he like hurts him with
Yeah,
ground and pound and like
yeah,
drops him. So yeah, I'm
yeah.
excited about this.
Same. Yeah, I am as well. I want to see who comes on top.
Yeah, and that would be like a test as well. So at the same time, we get to see like how good Bonical actually is on the ground.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think if they make if Bonical fights Hamza Chimaev right now? What do you think would happen?
I think Kazmachmai will be him. I
I
think
think
so.
I
Yeah,
think
because I haven't
Chimaev
seen
will.
much of Bonico. Like I haven't seen him struggle how Kazmachmai struggle against Gilbert Burns, and then how he bounced back from that. You know, against was it after that he fought Usman, and then now he fought Kazmachmai. So he's been fighting high level
He's
contenders.
fought three high level guys. He's fought Gilbert Burns, Kamaru Usman, and he's fought
Yeah,
Whittaker now. So he's
Whittaker.
fought three good guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
I think if the fight happens right now, to be honest, I believe Hamzat would just destroy him. I don't see
yeah.
any
I
way
feel
for
the
Bo
same. Yeah,
to, because even if Bo like takes him down, like I don't think Bo is going to be able to take him down. Even that's going to be very hard. But even let's say Bo just like out wrestle him for one takedown, I think Hamza is a
yeah,
much better grappler as well. Like Hamza submission wise is much better.
yeah.
I just
I agree.
don't think Bo is going to be able to do anything with the takedowns. And we know Hamza is a very strong guy. It's very hard to take down.
Yeah, he's pretty strong. Yeah.
Pretty
It's
strong.
been
So
told by everybody. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see the fight. Let's see what happens. What do you think about Michael Chandler versus Charles Oliveira?
That's a good one. Do you feel like Charles is gonna still come on top? I feel like
Yeah,
for Chandler, this is a very bad stylistically matchup, because Chandler is a wrestler and he's a striker, and Charles is good at both. Obviously, he's amazing at grappling, but he's also good at striking as well. And yeah, and the way Chandler fights, he just loses it during the match. Once it's like getting very exciting fight for him, he just loses his composure and not he doesn't think straight, and he ends up making mistakes. Um, and that's why I feel like Charles is more like professional, and he does end up following through the game plan and stuff. That's why, and I think he's just a great grappler. I don't feel like if Charles does end up taking him down, or if Michael Chandler doesn't end up taking Charles down from his wrestling, I do believe Charles will get the finish.
yeah, I couldn't agree with you more
That's my
anymore.
take. Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I don't think Chandler's going to be like any danger on the ground. I've seen him doing ground and pound, like
yeah,
his ground and pound decent. But I think as soon as he hits the ground, Charles is going to be so quick at like shooting
he's
for the
so
submission.
quick with
Right,
grappling. He's
he's
so
so quick,
fast.
right?
Yeah,
And Chandler is no Islam. Like Islam was able to stay on top, stay safe, and we saw even
yeah,
Islam when he didn't have Charles hurt. It was kind of pretty even. Like even when Islam was on top, he couldn't do anything because Charles is so quick. So he had to stay careful because Charles was even
yeah,
going for triangles against Islam. It was only when Islam actually hurt him on the feet, and then when he took him down, he was able to submit him. And we know Michael
yeah,
Chandler, he doesn't have the same kind of squeeze as like Islam Makhachev. Like Islam Makhachev, when it
yeah,
comes to
yeah.
submission, he's pretty like strong
He probably
squeeze.
has the best squeeze. Yeah, he probably has the best
He
squeeze
probably has the best squeeze out of the UFC. Maybe
in
like
that
the same
division.
as
Yeah,
Hamza. Yeah, in that division, definitely. So I don't think Michael Chandler is good with submissions. I think he's good at takedowns. So
yeah,
he might be able to take Charles down, but at the same time, what are you going to do with the takedown? You're going to do ground and pound. Okay, you do have
yeah,
like
yeah,
explosive power. You're going to have to like hurt him and maybe then take him down, and then you might be able to do something. But if you're just taking him down, I think Charles is going to be so quick at like shooting the submissions that
yeah,
Chandler is
yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna. And when you're not that technical, then you spend more energy. So probably gonna stay on
Yeah,
top,
yeah,
like he's gonna have to spend way more energy, and he doesn't have the gas tank. The only thing I can see is
yeah.
he's got like 2 years camp for this fight. Like literally,
Uh-huh.
this guy had
Yeah.
2 camps with Conor McGregor. So I don't know where's maybe physically he's gonna be much better than Charles Oliveira. I don't know. That might work.
Yeah, maybe. You never know, yeah.
And I don't know how
But
much
I do feel
striking.
like his recent fight against Arman Saryukin, even we know Arman Saryukin is like a high level grappler. He even put him in dangerous spots. And
He,
obviously Michael Chandler is not even at that level. I feel like
he's
if he
not that
does
level.
get him in that guillotine, he's gonna definitely tap.
I think Michael Chandler would actually he wouldn't know what to do because Armin Sarikin is a very
Yeah. Yeah, I feel, I
yeah, because
feel like yeah.
Michael Chandler is a very kind of like pure sort of like American wrestler. He doesn't have like the
Yeah,
submission sort of thingy.
yeah.
So I one thing I can say is very explosive wrestler in terms of like he might just pick up Charles Oliveira or like slam him or something, but it's like
But
he has
it's
to finish
not
him.
it
It's
doesn't
not
work in
gonna
his
do
favor,
anything.
to be
It
honest.
doesn't work in his favor. Like you're gonna make yourself tired. Like what you
Yeah.
exactly, that's the thing. And
Literally.
then another thing is on the feet, I don't know how much striking he's improved because obviously he's been preparing for like the world best striker like Conor McGregor, right? For like the last 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know how
Yeah.
much improvements he's actually made in striking. But again, he's not gonna have the
Yeah.
like the reach advantage. I would say Chandler is
Yeah.
explosive. He can always like, like he does like blitz pretty fast. Like if he
Yeah.
catches him with a hook, because Chandler is pretty short, right? So he goes
Yep.
down and then he goes for like a left hook. That's his favorite weapon. So if he catches Charles with that, and we know Charles is a slow starter when it comes to striking. So if he
Yeah, yeah.
catches Charles with that, hurt him, probably goes on the ground and like throws ground and pound. I think that's one of the ways to do it. But I think Charles is a much more technical, like in terms of like he's got nice teeps. We know he knocked the last guy out with the head kick.
Yeah, yeah.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's definitely like much better striker, I would say, in terms of like technicality. And he hits pretty hard as well. Like his
He
cross is
is
pretty
pretty
powerful.
hard, yeah. Yep.
So I
That's
would
it.
say I agree with the odds. I think Charles Oliveira is the favorite for this fight. But again, I want to see what Chandler shows up. Like I want to see, you know what? Because I loved Michael Chandler so much because of his like explosive style. I actually want to see a better version because I know this guy. I
Yeah.
feel bad for the guy as well. He didn't get the fight, so I want to see like the best version of Michael Chandler, the one that we've never seen before, much improved.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah, and yeah, let's go discuss the last fight. What do you think about Jones and Stipe?
I mean, this is the fight that Jones been wanting to get, and this is the fight that Dana wants to get as well. So I think Jones is gonna come on top. I do feel like it's not gonna be as easy though. I do feel like it's not gonna be that easy as we think. Maybe I feel like Jones might play with him for round one and two, and then he does end up submitting him round three or four. Because recently he's been very active with Gordon Ryan, and obviously he's getting a lot of skill, a lot of new skills from there. So I do feel like he's gonna try to go for a finish instead of a knockout, or like a striking battle. I don't feel like he's at that age that he wants to risk that at this point. So he'd rather just go take them out easy route, which is through grappling. And yeah, once that happens, Dana White is gonna promote it as pound for pound number one. He's gonna jizz his
Yeah,
pants. He's gonna be like,
exactly.
Tom Espinal, you just wait there. Let me just hype up this guy.
Oh,
And we all know Jones is gonna retire there, and Tom is just gonna be sad.
bro, you took the words right out of my mouth. So obviously he's gonna Dana White is definitely gonna do it. And the previous thing that you were saying that Jones is trying to take the easy route because obviously we have not seen Jones actually getting hit at heavyweight, and we don't
Yeah,
know. Like
yeah,
Jones probably doesn't even
yeah. I
like.
feel like he's a bit scared of that. I do feel like it, cause he
Yeah,
doesn't know how his chin handles it.
I completely understand it because in light heavyweight he had like one of the best chins, but a heavyweight has never been tested. You're fighting with the guys who are like, like 40 pounds heavier than the guys that you were previously fighting, 40,
Yeah,
50 pounds heavier.
yeah,
You don't want to risk it. And we know Stipe, even though he's like 41 years old, but power is the last thing to go. And we know Stipe can put
yeah,
people
yeah.
to sleep. So I don't
and
think you
and
want to
he's
risk it.
fought battles with like the best in that division, like against Alistair Overeem, against Francis Ngannou. Those was like crazy wars.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
taken the heaviest punches. He doesn't need to be scared of John Jones punches or John Jones kicks.
Jones is not even like a knockout artist. Jones is not known for that.
Yeah,
He's more like a technical sort of striker. He does like beautiful spinning elbows and he does like good. He's got great
yeah,
wrestling. But I think what we're gonna see is I think we're gonna be surprised by how good John Jones grappling is, like specifically jiu-jitsu, because I think he's spending a lot of time with Gordon Ryan,
yeah.
and I think
He
that's the
is. Yeah,
reason because he doesn't want to do a lot of striking, so he's spending a lot of
yeah.
time to do improve his submission game because he already has wrestling. We know Jones is a high level wrestler. He
Hmm.
can take Stipe to the ground, and once he takes him to the ground, I think he's gonna do like threat him with submissions. And I think because he's
Yeah,
training with like one of the best grapplers right now, who's pretty strong as well, who is fully on
yeah.
roids right now. So Stipe is not gonna be Stipe is not gonna be as strong
You
as
never
Gordon
know.
Ryan.
Jones might show up with TRTs, bro.
Who knows? Jones might show up at TRT. So
Yeah,
but yeah, you never know. I think Stipe is still gonna be a bit harder to beat because it's not gonna be like last fight. So Jones gonna be
yeah,
tested a little bit because last guy that he was fighting was very one dimensional sort of guy. Like okay, Jones took him
yeah,
down.
yeah,
He's never done jiu-jitsu 2 minutes. That's it. So I think
yeah,
this is
yeah.
going to be a bit of a test because Stipe can wrestle. Stipe has like
Yep.
very limited jiu-jitsu, but he can do a bit of jiu-jitsu, and he's a decent striker. So obviously, and yeah, and Stipe is like a proper heavyweight. So obviously, Jones is gonna have to work a little bit, but I think Jones actually is a better fighter overall. I
Yeah,
think Jones
yeah.
beat him.
Yeah, and you can clearly tell he's picking and choosing his fights anyways. He wants to cement his legacy and just go off at the right time, and I do feel like he's gonna do that.
I think he's gonna do that. The only reason, the only way I can see Jones actually stay and fight Tom Aspinall is if he loses to Stipe Miocic, he would not retire. He would not
Yeah,
finish his career.
but there is like a feel within me. I do feel like Jones might have taken recent videos personally when Thomas Spinner called him on and said like he's a pussy, he's this and that. I do feel like Jones might end up fighting him, but that's a very small percentage of me that thinks that. Um, But for most part, I do believe Jones do might end up most probably end up retiring. But as fan favorite fight, I think that would be the most intrigue and the most entertaining fight.
I hope we fans get to
And
see
John
either
Jones' biggest test.
John Jones versus Tom Aspinall or John Jones versus Francis Ngannou. I hope we could see one of those fights. If we
Yeah,
see both of them, that's amazing. But I think Tom Aspinall beats John Jones. I think he's just a better. I think he's just like right now the age that he is in, 30 years old, very hungry, much
yeah, yeah,
stronger,
yeah,
very good wrestler, can negate Jones
yeah,
wrestling, very good jiu-jitsu black belt. I think he's gonna beat him. I think he's much better on the
yeah,
feet as well. So
yeah. And there's not much holes that Jones can pick from him because his fight's been so short. It's done within under 1 round. What's
Yeah,
Jones gonna find within within his game, bro? There's nothing
yeah,
to
he can
find.
find so many videos of John Jones that we know John Jones is very hittable as well. So, are you gonna
Yeah,
strike with a guy? Obviously, because Tom Aspinall, he's very quick. You know, he fights like a lightweight. The way like he
yeah,
moves around
exactly.
and he knocks people out. Like Jones doesn't have the knockout power. So, what are you gonna do? Take him down? Okay. Do you think it's gonna be like Tom Aspinall is
I
strong?
don't think so. Yeah, yeah, he's
I don't
strong.
think Jones takes him down. I don't.
Yeah,
It's gonna be very
I
hard, and
don't think
he's
so.
a decent wrestler. So it's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
very hard. Well, we'll
yeah.
see. We'll see what happens with that fight if they
We'll
can make it
see,
happen.
man. Yep. I
Yeah.
hope Dana does.
I hope Dana does do it. I hope they can make it happen. Maybe Saudi money or something. Just
Yep.
yeah. All right, man. Then have a good one.
All right, bro. I'll catch you soon.
Take care, bro.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. Bye.